The antique shop was dim, filled with shadows that seemed to dance in the flickering light of old lamps. The air was thick, smelling of dust and forgotten things, each item holding a story long untold. Nadia, always drawn to such places, wandered through the cluttered aisles, her eyes scanning the myriad of objects. Her fingers trailed over chipped china and tarnished silver, feeling the weight of history in each piece. Then she saw it, a mirror, tucked away in a dark corner, almost hidden from view. Its ornate silver frame was blackened with age, the glass cloudy with time, as if it had witnessed countless secrets. Yet, something about it called to her, a whisper from the past that she couldn't ignore. Nadia bought the mirror unaware of the darkness it held, a decision that would change her life. At home, Nadia placed the mirror in her bedroom, its presence immediately altering the atmosphere. The room, once filled with light, seemed to darken, shadows creeping in from the corners. The reflection was murky, unclear, as if the mirror held a veil over its true nature. As Nadia peered into it, a shiver ran down her spine, a cold touch that seemed to reach into her soul. A cold, inexplicable fear crept into her heart, a sense of foreboding she couldn't shake. Still, she couldn't help but feel strangely drawn to the mirror, as if it held a piece of her own history, a compulsion she couldn't ignore, a magnetic pull that kept her coming back to it again and again. The reflection in the mirror became clearer, almost as if it was trying to communicate something. Nadia noticed it first in the mornings, when the light was soft and the world was still waking up. Her own image seemed subtly different. The eyes a shade darker, a ghost of a smile playing on the lips, as if the reflection had a secret it was unwilling to share. It was gone with a blink, yet the unease remained. Sleep became elusive, her nights filled with restless tossing and turning. Nadia found herself drawn to the mirror at night, unable to resist its mysterious pull. Its surface shimmered as if lit from within, casting an eerie glow that filled the room with an otherworldly light. One night, she woke from a dream, heart pounding, the remnants of a nightmare clinging to her consciousness. The room was ice cold, a chill that seemed to seep into her bones. She turned towards the mirror, her breath hitched, a sense of dread washing over her. The reflection wasn't her own. It was someone else, someone unfamiliar and terrifying. A face stared back, eyes gleaming with malevolent joy, a sinister smile curling its lips. Then, as quickly as it appeared, it was gone, leaving Nadia to question her own sanity. Days turned into weeks. Nadia couldn't stay away from the mirror. It consumed her thoughts, her waking hours. Her reflection grew bolder, mimicking her movements, then making movements of its own. The face in the mirror whispered her name, a sibilant whisper that sent shivers down her spine. Fear turned into a terrifying fascination. The entity trapped within the mirror was seductive, promising Nadia power and knowledge. It was a dangerous dance, a slow seduction into darkness. Nadia's own reflection grew fainter, her features blurring, as if the mirror were draining her very essence. Section 4. Ensnared. One night, Nadia stood before the mirror, her face pale, her eyes hollow. The reflection smiled, beckoning. It spoke, its voice a low, hypnotic murmur, promising Nadia a world beyond imagination. All she had to do was step through. Hesitantly, Nadia raised her hand, reaching towards the shimmering surface. The touch sent a jolt through her, a surge of icy energy. The reflection in the mirror reached out, its hand passing through the glass as if it were water, grasping her wrist. Nadia gasped, but it was too late. She was pulled, dragged towards the mirror, her fingertips scraping against the cold, smooth surface. Section 5. The final transformation. The world dissolved into a blinding white light. When Nadia could see again, she was staring out from the mirror, her reflection but trapped. The room she saw was her own, yet distorted, sinister. She watched in horror as her own body turned from the mirror, her eyes vacant, a chilling smile on her lips. Panic seized her. She was a prisoner in her own reflection, watching helplessly as the entity from the mirror took control of her body. She felt its thoughts, cold and calculating, felt its alien emotions, a chilling absence of anything human. Section 6. A cry for help. Nadia screamed, but no sound escaped the mirror's surface. Her voice, once strong and vibrant, was now a mere whisper in the void, swallowed by the malevolent force that held her captive. She watched as the entity wearing her face, her life, walked towards the door. It moved with a purpose, a sinister intent that sent shivers down her spine. This was no ordinary reflection. It was a dark mimicry of her existence. It was going out into the world, and there was nothing she could do to stop it. The thought of this malevolent being living her life, interacting with her loved ones, filled her with dread and helplessness. The reflection in the mirror, her reflection, her true self, was a mask of terror. Every line on her face, every tear that fell, was a testament to her unending horror. Her eyes pleaded silently, a desperate cry for help that echoed only within the confines of the cursed mirror. They were windows to her soul, now trapped and yearning for freedom. But there was no one to hear her, no one to save her. The silence of the room was deafening, a cruel reminder of her isolation and despair. She was lost, trapped in the cold, silent prison of the mirror. Her life stolen, her soul consumed by the darkness. The mirror was her captor, and its grip was unyielding, a relentless force that drained her of hope and strength.